Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo. I'm super excited to bring one of our friends of the group. I mean, we get hooked up with so many great deals, but honestly, and not only just the deals, but I just love the products. But we got a newbie. We're gonna break in a newbie here, right? Normally it's Daniel that's on here, but we got Chris Moore.
Hey guys.
He takes care of this whole territory in the southeast region of
That's
the
right.
U.S. for Kettenbach. Chris, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks a lot, Glenn. I appreciate it.
Well, so first thing, I'm just going to dive right in. Dive right in because, you know how doctors are with Kettenbach. We're very loyal. We love the product.
Yes.
Again, we have our favorites. My favorite, Futar, Solace. I mean,
Right.
One of the things that we have here, SimCore, which is like I love too. But I just found out, and I can't believe this because, and it's because I order so much of it. I just found out that another product of mine that's a favorite
That's right.
is joined the roster over at Kettenbach. What's
That's
that?
right. It's called QuickSplint. It's an anterior bite jig, great for deprogramming.
Show everybody here.
So patients present in the office with pain in the jaw. You apply Futar into the splint, have them bite on the midline. When they bite down, it leaves just them a touch out of occlusion on the posterior. It'll help to deprogram the jaw, give them take them out of pain. If not, they come back in a couple days, and you know the next step. If you get them out of pain, hallelujah, great for everybody, right?
Oh yeah. And another big thing here. Now, why you're probably thinking, Dr. Vo, why do you buy so many of these things? Why do you use so much? It's a great way to protect your temporaries.
Bingo.
And that's huge because, again, it's like, how many times have you done like a big cosmetic case? Maybe you're doing a full mouth rehab.
That's right.
All right. And then they end up, because they're trying to get used to the new way, and they end up breaking it, right?
That's right.
I mean, you can't make a night guard because you're in temps, right? What are you supposed to do?
Right.
This baby right here. And honestly, you may be thinking like, okay, well, does the patient want to pay for this? You know what I do, Chris?
What's that?
That's part of the case. That's part of the case, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just bake it into the case there, and that's how you do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, this has not only saved me so much time from people breaking stuff. I'll tell you what, the patients are like, they beg me. They're like, I got my permanents in. I like it so much. Can you just shoot in a little bit more Futar in there? I was like, for you, Ms. Jones, fine. But again, how often do you hear doctors tell you about how they use that there?
All the time. Once people see the product, understand how to use it, what it's for, they always are calling back saying, we need more of this. There's more opportunity in our office than we thought. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is the general response.
And again, I mean, he did bring up something, and I do have patients there. Sometimes patients are in pain, and you just got to give them something.
Right.
And if someone's in pain right now, and you just tell them, well, I'll tell you what, let me take an impression, right? Or let me do a scan, and wait a couple of weeks, and I'll get you out of pain.
Sure, right. Yeah.
Who wants that? Or what you could say is, look, I'm going to put you in a right, appliance. We're going to get you out of pain, but I'm not going to let you walk out the door being hurt. Let me get you something temporary there. So again, QuickSplint being quick.
Right.
I mean, again, can you show them how many steps does it take to get this going?
Yeah, so it's 15 total minutes, right? So the splint is empty in a normal scenario. So
and I like these little cylinders because what do patients say? Oh, I lost it or my dog ate it.
Right.
You're going to put it in here. You're not going to lose it. Heck, if you lose it that much, we'll drill a little hole there. We'll make it a necklace out of it for you.
Right.
But again, it comes with this little cool container there.
Yep. It's got instructions for the patient, and it kind of resembles a medicine bottle or a pill bottle.
Yeah.
So the point is, you extrude a little Futar into the bite jig, put it in the mouth, have them bite down on the midline. So 3 steps? It's going to take you, like I said, 15 probably total minutes chair time, and your patient's out of pain.
And that's it, literally. And again, if you're thinking about, if you do a lot of big cases, veneers, full mouth rehab, anterior crowns, any of those things, you got to protect your work. And what better way to do that than use that? Okay, so
That's right. Yeah.
Again, one of my favorite products to use, and now it's like one of my favorite companies to work with. Now they have that there. But we're going to go back to what I was talking about, the SimCore here. So talk about this real quick, because again, I don't want you guys to hear from me. I'm a big fan, but why do doctors like this so much now?
So SimCore is a very simple and easy solution. It's a resin-based cement that bonds to every substrate on the planet. So you don't have to have multiple cementation processes. This is our refill. It's just a little, a cartridge syringe that you extrude with different tips. You use a primer. Here, I'll give that back to you. Use a primer for the tooth and a primer for the intaglia of the crown. A little spritz of air, and apply. Great for folks coming back with, if they have a broken crown, if there's missing dentition, this will backfill to fill the void, so you don't have to worry about any space or any voids.
It's like also having a build-up material too, right?
That's right.
And again,
that's exactly right.
Look, I love the build-up material that can look. As far as for those who are watching right now, I mean, we can just get into a lot of things, but I think I need to take a step back because I got so excited with the QuickSplint. I got so excited to see two of my favorite products. We're going to get to this, but let me take a step back because in our community, there's a lot of doctors that love Kettenbach, but we get a lot of new practice and a lot of new docs coming in there. Let's just briefly tell them about what makes Kettenbach different than any other company.
So first of all, we're an 86-year-old company. We've been manufacturing in Germany. We're in distribution through Germany, but we're direct here in the States, which is good for you. You're going to pay 30 to 40% less than dealers in retail. We're a family-owned company. We guarantee all our products with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. I will tell you, I've never had a doc in my 4.5 years send a product back.
So again, Daniel Perilli, who's a good friend of both of ours and someone that you guys know because we've done a lot of podcasts with him. I even asked him, and he's been, I want to say he's been with the company the longest. I want to say he's got to be the longest in the U.S. at least. And he can't remember, and he said maybe a handful, but it's very rare.
It's very rare.
That anyone takes it. That should tell you guys something. But again, what Chris just said there, they just kind of cut the middleman out. It's like literally when you're at the trade show or they're at the events, and you guys probably went to events, you want to buy something. There's no, I'm just here for the manufacturer. You got to go to your distributor or whatnot. It's literally, if you want to buy something, you're here. Say, Chris, I want to buy something.
That's right. We stand behind our products. We service all our accounts. We are hands-on with everybody. Though it's a larger territory, it's easy to manage. A lot of folks don't necessarily want a rep popping in every 2 weeks on a schedule. I've found they're like, that's great. Just if I'll call you when I need you, and I'm not going to answer my phone now, but it's rung. It's already rung once, so I'll pick it up once I get off this podcast.
Well, I'll tell you what. And what that should tell you guys is this: there's not a lot of fluff that they're spending money on. There's not a lot of extra people that are paying.
That's right.
They have a lean and mean team, and what ends up happening is that we win.
That's right.
We actually end up saving a lot of money there. Okay.
That's right.
Now that we put there, again, restorative products, impression products. We talked about bite registration, and again, I will tell you this: if you're wondering, I don't want to buy everything, I want to try something out. This is my recommendation. You can give a recommendation too. I would say, you know what? Start with Futar. Start with a bite registration.
Right. Yeah.
Just see how that works. See if that's not the best, right? See if that bite registration doesn't break away like other ones.
That's right.
See how it handles. And if you like that, then start moving up. Then start talking about build-up material and talk about SimCore.
Yeah.
I personally think that everyone should have this QuickSplint. Okay, but again, start there.
It's a game changer.
What would you say? If someone was like, okay, I want to dip my toes. Would you say that's kind of a good start?
I think that's a great start because you're not compromising or risking in a procedure, right? You're just taking a bite. So I think that's a great idea. We do have a product that's Silginate. It's an alginate substitute that's indefinitely stable. You can pour it up to 3 times. And so my thought to pair with what you just said is next step after the Futar, and you've trusted us and you've seen how our products work, buy our Silginate to make our temporary material, Visalis Temp.
There you go.
Visalis Temp is one of my favorite products that we sell. It is super strong, cuts like dentin, polishes up beautifully.
Looks great.
I've got a 3-unit bridge that I didn't bring to this because I just didn't know how it would show up on the on the video. But it's an amazing product, and then from there take off with the rest of our line.
I think that's a good that's a good plan, because I know like doctors, I mean, we're all particular.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to change bond. I'm not sure if I want to do something that builds up material and whatnot.
Right.
But you know what? Bite registration, I think that's a good start. You'll get proven there. And the Silver, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And again, that's how many times have we been so busy? Let's say you have a busy practice and you got to take an impression, and then you got to run off and go do something, and you come back to that algin impression, and then you try to use it, and it doesn't work. Well,
that's right,
guys, you understand the rules, right? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm busy. Well, if you're busy, Solgen is something great. You don't have to use. Sometimes people will use PBS, and I'm like, you want to waste all that money there?
No, that's a big waste of money.
That's a big waste of money. And again, this is a good start. And then once you're going to become a fan, as I'm pretty sure everyone loves Kettenbach's products.
That's right.
Once you become a fan, then you can kind of come in, and again, if you're in this state or in the Southeast, or again, there's a lot of great rips everywhere.
That's right.
Reach out and say, hey, let me dip my toes in and try something out. I'm sure there's a way they can help do that. Now,
that's absolutely true.
This is something, this fluoride varnish right here, of a sill right here. If you want to get, for those who know Daniel Perilli, if you want to get the man excited, just bring this up. This guy gets so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, you got to tell me, why does he get so excited about this?
So it's the only fluoride on the market made with dimethicone gel instead of rosin or tree sap. So clinically, the advantage there is all the other varnishes tend to coagulate on top of the tubules to prohibit maximum fluoride release. Our Profacil, made with dimethicone gel, allows for 24-hour uptake of fluoride because the tubules are not blocked. Now, it also has 0% alcohol, so there's no burn. For the patients, the best thing is no more sweater teeth. Now, I don't know what everybody else calls it, but that gross, junky, tacky feeling on your teeth.
It feels like your teeth hasn't been clean.
Yeah, I heard a hygienist one day say sweater teeth, and that's what I've stuck with. And there's no stain, so you can paint it in any direction you want. You don't have to worry about it staining. And your patients my customers' patients' acceptance has gone through the roof with adults accepting fluoride treatment with Profacil. And that's why Dan's excited.
Well, so again, I mean, all the technical stuff aside, right? Because that's really important.
Yeah.
Again, what I notice is it makes the patients, they're like, my teeth doesn't feel weird anymore. That's the main thing they say, and that's why I love this right here. And also they say it doesn't taste too bad.
That's right.
Let's be honest. I mean, a lot of fluoride varnishes, it tastes terrible.
But
like, that's the thing, especially on the hygienists, they do such a good job. You want to get that fresh feeling when you leave the dental practice, right?
That's right.
You don't want to leave and feel like I didn't brush my teeth.
Yeah.
Right?
I got to go back to work with stains on my teeth.
Exactly. And that's why Daniel's excited. That's why I'm excited. I mean, when he sent me a very generous box, right? And my hygienists love it.
Yeah.
I kind of threatened them. I'm like, hey, let me go to the cheaper stuff. They're like, no, it makes my patient's teeth like orange and yellow and stuff like that. Like, what's the point, right?
Right.
What's the point?
That's right.
Okay, so those.
I'm sorry. Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
You mentioned it, and so I thought I'd finish up with Profacil on this. Doctors can check hygiene after Profacil is already applied, because it's clear, and so you can see what you need to see.
Oh my gosh!
So there's no ungloving and regloving.
I'll tell you what, that is probably one of the biggest pet peeves of my hygienist when they put varnish on. I'm like, I can't see anything here.
Right. Yeah.
What's this? And I asked them to wipe it off, and they just look at me. They're like, I just put it on, Mm-hmm. So again, another big thing. I didn't even think about that. Now, for those who are watching and listening right now, and they're like, okay, I want to try out Kettenbach. I don't know too much about it.
Right.
And again, every region has their own rep, but you can always call in on the website and talk to somebody.
That's
correct. for people who wanted to try out the different products, what have you been telling people here at SmileCon? Like they want to, and again, they're learning about Kettenbach for the first time.
So one of the things one of the things that really enticed me to come on board with Kettenbach is that we have an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee on all our products.
I mean, that's hard. I mean, think about it. That's kind of almost unheard of in dentistry, to be honest.
Yeah. So when somebody says, can I have a sample, or do you have a sample of this or a sample of that? I just say, honestly, no, but
why don't you just try it out?
Buy it. If it doesn't perform the way we say or you think, call me. I'll refund your money and pick up the product, and we keep moving.
Wow. I mean, I'll tell you what, guys. I mean, here's the thing. You get a sample, right? You use it. Then you end up having to buy it back. And honestly, after using one sample, you don't know how it's going to go. Now you're going to get the whole thing here, and you can use it multiple times, and you'll know there. But again, since you've been with the company, how many people have taken advantage of that money back guarantee?
9 out of 10, right off on a trade show floor, in an office setting, lunch and learn, 100% take advantage of it.
There you go. There you go. Makes sense there. So I know we're at SmileCon, and all those are different deals. What deals do you have going on right now, and can you extend this deal for our viewers?
I can. So for, let's say, the next week, 2 weeks, what's generous?
A couple of weeks, I think is generous.
So for the next couple of weeks, you can get a bulk of our Silginate, $207 for 24 cartridges. Okay.
And again, we talked about, like, if you want to dip your toes, if you haven't worked with Kettenbach, I mean, start there.
That's
and I promise you, once you start using that, you're going to say, let me try this, and let me try this. And then before you know it, you're going to be like me, basically using all Kettenbach.
That's right. Buy three boxes of Futar, and you can mix and match. We have Futar Clear, Futar Fast, Futar D, which is a little more rigid than the others, and then a Futar Easy, which is a very, very much like Blue Moose.
Yeah.
Right? Creamy, spongy. Buy 3 boxes, $47 a box. Buy 6 boxes, $45 a box.
I mean, again, and you guys heard that pricing right, because you're probably thinking to your head, okay, I paid this for this amount, I paid this now. Yes, that is the price there. And if you buy, the more you buy, you actually save a lot.
That's right.
But I just absolutely love the fact, I mean, the philosophy is like, look, if there's some issues, I can call them, and I can return things if I need to. But for myself, each time I've gotten, Daniel's asked me to try something out, I've absolutely loved. I mean, I'm actually trying to find something I don't like, but I liked everything. I literally like everything.
We like that.
And again, now that they have this right here, QuickSplint. Again, you need the Futar anyways for this, right?
That's right.
But again, I just love this because literally 15 minutes, bam, you're done. And again, you're not doing this for free. You're not doing this for free, okay? You bake this into your case, right? Or you can give them a very affordable splint. Especially, we haven't even talked about this, but some patients, maybe they do need some kind of appliance, but maybe they're not at, maybe they need to wait till payday or something, or not.
Right.
Instead of just saying, you know what, Mrs. Jones, just go ahead and wait until you get paid and come back. Instead of just send her on her way, you can get something that she actually can use for those couple of weeks.
That's right.
Until you can get the appliance done and do her a solid right there.
No doubt.
I mean, that's what I love about this QuickSplint, and I'm just excited that you guys have that there. Now, Chris, before we log off here, what are some things that you want to just share with everyone for those who, again, are just now learning about Kettenbach? What do you want to tell them about you guys?
I want to go crazy first.
I love it. Let's go crazy.
So I'm going to ask forgiveness instead of permission on this. If you buy 2 boxes of 12 QuickSplints, you can buy them at $220 each, and we'll give you a free box of Futar at no cost. $72 value on the Futar. The QuickSplints are obviously not going to go bad on your shelf. No. You're going to save on those.
I have boxes of boxes. That's just to let you guys know, I was pleasantly surprised that they have joined the Kettenbach family. I didn't even know. You know why? Because I have so many boxes, I haven't needed to buy one. And trust me, once you start using this, honestly, not only does it pay for itself, you end up making a lot of money
That's
for
right.
literally a short amount of chair time. And it's so easy. Like I almost want to say you can't screw it up. I guess you could screw it up, but as long as you follow the directions, you cannot screw it up.
Pretty. That's right.
So I'm gonna get you to repeat yourself one more time.
Okay.
What is the crazy deal? Say that one more time, so we want to make sure we get this.
So crazy deal. A box of 12 quick splints are $240. If you buy 2 boxes, we'll reduce the price to $220 a piece, and then we'll also give you a $72 box of Futar bite registration for free.
That's crazy. That's crazy because look, Futar, I'm gonna tell you right now, once you use Futar, there's no going back.
That's right.
Like there's no going back, right?
There's no doubt.
And honestly, you need the Futar anyways to do this, to use the QuickSplint. So you're not buying something that you don't need.
That's right.
You're doing it. So that is an insane deal. Okay.
Thanks.
That's awesome. That's probably one of the best Kettenbach deals ever. And we got the man on video, so he can't take it back. Okay, so for those other than that deal, that should be reason enough to buy some Kettenbach products. Sure. But for those who are like, they're now just learning for the first time. They now just got introduced to Kettenbach.
Yeah.
For those doctors who are like, I'm not sure. Let me think about it. What do you say to them?
So I would say this. I've been in the dental industry for 22 years. I was with a distribution company for a lot of time and sold technology. I'm not going to name the name, but that's fine. And so I built a ton of relationships in the Southeast with doctors who trust me. They take my word on things without a lot of proof because I've proven myself over and over again.
And they work with you for years.
And they've worked with me for years. And so when the recruiter for Kettenbach called, first of all, I said, who? I've never heard of Kettenbach. That's an inside joke. But I said, I'm going to have to really vet you from top to bottom because I can't take this product to my trusted customers.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the first thing wrong, top to bottom, from a family-owned company to support of our products to research and development, making sure things are right. And then Germans, man, they make one heck of a product.
Yeah, they sure do. And I'll tell you what, has your client base and the customers that you've taken care of, these doctors that you've taken care of for years, how have they felt when you introduced it and they're starting using this?
Well, they're relieved. Their pocketbooks are relieved, one, right? And two, they find that our products some of them were going with house brands of Bite or house brands of temporary material or house brands of X, Y, and Z. And then when they use our products, which are
I mean, the price is comparable.
Right.
It's comparable.
As to house brand, that's exactly right. But the quality is head and shoulders above the rest.
And that, guys, that ends up saving you money in the long run, right?
Right.
When you have some product that actually makes your life easier, that doesn't make your life difficult.
That's correct.
You end up being more productive there. And of course, again, I'm going back to the QuickSplint. I love the QuickSplint. If you're not using this right now, guys, like I mean, again, if you go to their website, they will show you all the different things you can use.
That's right.
There's a revenue generator that if you're not using QuickSplint, you're missing out on.
I've had several doctors this weekend say, well, I don't want to miss out on a piece of that pie. I'll get a piece of the pie with the temporary, whether I make the permanent or I refer it out or whatever I do. So I'm going to grab a little piece of that pie. So you're very right.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for jumping
on.
Thank you. Kettenbach, the team, Daniel, thank you so much for just throwing this man in the fire, but he did amazing. Yeah, but guys, thanks. Take advantage of that deal. Now, I mean, just because you're not in the Southeast, maybe you're watching this and you're on the Northeast or on the West Coast, it's okay.
That's right.
He's got some great other team members that work in different regions. They can extend that deal for you as well.
We've got an inside team.
There you go.
You can pick the phone up and call them. Can I give the number?
Yeah.
The inside team number is 877-532-2132. 2123. Excuse me. 877-532-2123. And I had to look because it's programmed in my phone, so nobody remembers the phone
also, if you bring up the deal, just say, Chris hooked us up with that deal. Put it on him.
Blame it on me, and I challenge you guys, get me in trouble.
I love it. Chris, thank you so much for jumping on.
You.
Guys, we'll see you next time.
Thanks.